Hello, my name is Whitney Beaupre, and I'm going to be interpreting civility within the interpreting profession, a novice's perspective. And I found this from Street Leverage. It'll be from ASL-English. All right, here we go. Hi, I'm Gina DeFore Rudolph. And in this presentation, I'm going to be talking about civility. In the past, I've known that I wanted to be the best interpreter that I could be, but in order to do that, you just have to roll with the punches. I would need to practice and study and work really hard in order to improve myself. So I've seen other interpreters and they kind of knock down other people, and I've followed that because it is what it is, but recently I've kind of changed my opinion on that. Rid gave me some information that was talking about different internships and students and how all these different paths that people have, and you have to respect it all. But more and more, I've been seeing that on social media, things like Facebook or Twitter or different websites, I see our community is becoming really divided. I see a lot of bullying and people making negative comments. And previously, I would just ignore these things, saying, oh, they're other interpreters, they're not talking about me. It's other people, so I would just ignore it. But I'm starting to change my mind on this. So from different workshops I see online, and I get different information and see these interpreters getting annoyed and frustrated by novice interpreters being there, saying that their skills are worse and they're kind of inept. And I would try to ignore it, and it would make me feel pretty low, but I understood that you have to roll with the punches. And I just have to keep practicing if I wanted to improve. So time kept going, and I keep seeing all these negative comments still, and still I'm ignoring it. But recently something came to my attention and I just could not ignore it. I saw this private website that interpreters use to show their skills and their different services that they offer. I saw a comment that said, "My team is lousy. They keep making all these mistakes," and they posted their name up on it along with a picture of them and saying how all these negative comments on how they did things wrong. And when I saw that, I was just astounded, amazed. And then again, I saw it on Facebook, somebody saying my team is just lousy, taking a picture of them and posting it along with their name. And now I know that if they were to ask me to team with them, I would just turn them down. I'm so amazed that people would do that. And there was the person who was controlling the website. They asked them nicely to please don't take pictures of other people and post it on here. So maybe these people are talking about are qualified or not qualified. I mean, I'm not really the one to judge that, but putting their pictures up there and spreading all of this gossip about people that everyone can see, it's just... Now if you're trying to get hired somewhere and everything you give them your profile, they see it, and yeah, you have the skills and everything, but I mean, if you don't have the skills, then they should turn you down. That's their thing. So their skills, I don't know what that is. But the approach just needs to be civil. the approach that they're taking right now is just damaging people. Really, we need to try and find an approach that's going to be respectful to all. Before I went to Street Leverage, and I saw a presentation of there done by Betty Colonimus, who's just a wonderful person, an amazing interpreter, so influential. So there's different groups of people on internships, interpreting students, teachers, all these different things. And Betty, she asked them, each group, as an interpreter, what are you scared of? And they started thinking and went back and forth and had their conversation. And then they all posted what their fears were up on this board. When they were all finished, everyone looked up at the board and we were just amazed what happened. The students' fears, the people in internships' fears, the new interpreters' fears, and then the soon-to-be interpreters. What do you think their fear was? It was judgment. That the interpreter is going to be mocked and judged based off of what they're doing. And I mean, wow, I found that so interesting that they are all the same fear. So Betty encouraged all of them to look deeper and figure out why they were all feeling that way. And we all went back and forth and discussed it. And it was just wonderful. The most amazing interpreter going up and talking about her experience with the negativity and the bullying and all of these things from other interpreters. In that moment, everything connected for me. I'm starting to think that, now all of these groups were all divided. We're not connected like we should be. And the reason for that, it's because of all the bullying. We need to change our community, which is broken down right now. Later on, Betty got up on the stage and she was saying, we were all stuck. But we don't have to be stuck. We can stand up for ourselves. And that really stuck in my heart. It made me more motivated to make a change. So what exactly does civility mean? It means that my team, their skills, their life, their experiences, and how they acquired everything that they know, it's cherished. And that's what's best for them. It doesn't mean being overly nice and trying to butter them up and everything. It's really respect and cherishing what they're doing. Now our community is broken down. We have all these different groups of people in our profession, but really we need to all come together and make one group, interpreters. Right now, civility is missing in our community. And that must change. If it doesn't change, then it's going to continue the way that it's going right now. You might be thinking, how is it even possible to make a change? We do that by taking responsibility for our actions. We need to stop blaming other people for things and why things are being messed up when really it's our own responsibility. If you're interested in learning more about civility, you can read the article on street leverage for that information. Interpreters all around always promise that they're not going to be bullying and they're going to support each other. And we really need to make that happen, an active change in the community, which would be so awesome and wonderful. I encourage you all to promise that inside, truly, your attitude, you're going to be civil. Just keep that in the back of your mind. I still believe that you need to roll with the punches and everything, but we can do that with still supporting each other and having a strong support for one another. It's possible. It's important that we accept responsibility for our actions. You need to do that before anything else can happen. If you are a frustrated interpreter, then I suggest that you read a book by Quifree on how it's possible to change the way you feel inside. Remember, interpreters all over are the same. We cherish our work and we want support. We want to support our community and make it strong again. Not have all of these separate groups, but bring it all together into one group and be connected. Just remember that being civil is still rolling with the punches. If we promise to support and stay in contact with everyone and all over the world, this is possible. If you want to add civility to your interpreting career, there's 3 things that you can do. I mean, how is it possible that I can remember these things and keep it in the back of my head and make sure that I take responsibility for the things that I do? If I want to support other people, how can civility be included in that support? What kind of behaviors do we want to see in our field? For example, can you list a few? Well done.